everyone, it's Kasia from Tarot Map. Sorry for the lighting, I cannot do anything about it. This is the grayness rain. It's like the worst January in history of winters. There is no winter in Poland. I know everything is happening in the States this year. Sorry guys, you took it on. But yeah, it's kind of dark and the quality of the videos sucks. But anyway, this is just a short one. The most used deck in 2017 and why. As you know or not, but maybe you do, I cannot say anything about one deck only because I'm not a person who uses a one deck only. So I don't have the most used deck. I have the most used decks, and I picked a few. I use a lot of decks, but for client readings I really used Tarot de San Croix a lot, and I love this deck for readings. I speak about it before. It's just one of those decks that it's very kind of all-embracing. It has different cultures. It has a bit of like fairy tale energy, but also a lot of regular life kind of things, like studies and sexuality and all forms of different down to earth, even the what am I trying to show you, like family argues and stuff like that. So it's a very cool deck for readings because it's very all-embracive and encompassing, and it's easy to read. For me, it's intuitive. The other deck that I used nearly with every reading is the Sacred Creators Oracle. I love this deck. It's stunning. It gives another layer to a reading. It fits every deck, and when it comes to meanings, it really fits the tarot card you pull. I don't know, it's very intuitive. It's a great deck made with a lot of love by Chris N, I'm pretty sure, because it's a wonderful deck to use. Another deck that I used very often, mostly for myself with this deck. Sometimes I might pull a goddess for somebody for a reading, more maybe as an oracle, but I love to read as tarot for myself with this deck. I love the companion book, I use it often, but also I know that there's a goddess for each and every card, but they are connected to the energy of that archetype of the card so well that to me it just, if you know Rider-Waite-Smith, you can really go with this deck and read with it. I love it. And it's a kick in a tush deck for me, really a truth sayer. I actually did use very much the Orosoma Tarot also for clients. Recently I kind of stopped, I don't know why, but I'm going to get back to it with the birth card. It always kind of seems to be very closely associated, the birth card and the lesson, with the Chiron story. So I'm going to explore this further in this year in my Chiron readings, which you can check in my Etsy shop. I will link it below. I think these readings are valuable, especially when you're a bit younger, and you're looking for finding out like your limitations or your weak spot, which then in turn turns into the gift and your empowerment. But yeah, the Orosoma deck, it's stunning, and I did use it a lot in healing readings and things like that. So that was a deck used a lot. And then I also used my Doddle Tarot quite a lot because I love this Tarot de Marseille. Mostly I read Tarot de Marseille for myself. I use the Where's the Full heading for people because I found sometimes people are not connecting with this card so well, but I think Tarot de Marseille, it is gaining on wider acceptability and kind of wider respect in our tarot community. So maybe it will the time will come this year when I will use more and more Tarot de Marseille because I feel connected to it. But it will be hard to do with Carol Hertz's decks at hand, which made me fall in love again with the Rider-Waite-Smith, and I did use her decks a lot for the client readings, especially person to person, which I do here in my town, but also, you know, for readings online. It's a very great deck for energetic healing and stuff like this, that gives you also that energy perspective. And I love to read tarot with that spiritual perspective of in mind, when you have that wider option, you know, not just that nitty gritty, my problem right now, but also like maybe sometimes problems are okay and sometimes problems are necessary for us to really, you know, break open and experience some wider perspective of our lives. So that's just me. So these decks I picked as mostly used in 2017. I'm sure there were more, but let's stick to these. It's not too long, and I'm wishing you a very great day. I speak to you soon. Bye.